Hey Josh, it's Tuesday, and I feel like every single video starts with me looking at the bottom of the at the bottom of the screen. Um, anyway, to answer your question from last week, I just don't post much on social media anymore. Like, probably the most that I post are these videos, and I'm sure you've noticed that I don't exactly think of what I'm gonna talk about too often before I actually make the video. And I'm not sure if this is picking up or not, but the camera seems to be a bit delayed to me, and it's kind of weird. Anyway, I'll try and not pay attention to that. Got a couple texts. What are these about? No, okay, never mind. but um, but yeah, I just don't really post much anymore on social media. I'll share a couple things every now and then, but those are mostly just nerdy things, or like, hey, this new thing about this fandom that I'm a part of. New information was released. How about I check, or why don't I share this with my other friends to see if they've seen it? And I've shared quite a bit of Dungeons and Dragons memes as well, and tagged a few of my friends in them. But yeah, I just don't post much anymore. Don't really have a use to. I don't really post about my life that often. I don't know. I just find those random updates just like, hey, just did blah 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 happen, or just had this to eat, and like, oh, so lonely, those sorts of things. I don't even know why that last one is. I don't know why I put that last one in there, but yeah, it's just like those I feel are just kind of like okay. I mean, cool, good for you? Question mark. Anyway, but yeah. Now for the topic of this video, now that I've killed 2.25 minutes of answering your question from last week, I forgot what I was gonna talk about. Oh wait, no, I remember now. I started a new webcomic that is actually, I think I'm a bit obsessed with it. I started a webcomic called Dice is the name of it. I think I've mentioned about that app that I use. It's called Webtoons, like Line Webtoons or something like that. I don't remember the full name of it. But they have a lot of really cool comics in it that I like to read, and I like to support people. So, yeah, that's a good way to support them because apparently, it's like YouTube sort of thing where like the however many views you get is you get paid for your views. Sorry. But yeah, so I started a new webcomic called Dice. It's actually really interesting. Basically, I'm gonna try not to spoil too much. Not that you'll probably ever read it, but just it's basically it's about this guy. It takes place in Korea. Yeah, Korea. A lot of those webtoons take place in Korea for reasons I don't actually know. But it's about this guy, and I'm going to butcher the name. Uh, don't can't even remember how it's pronounced, but it's like Don Donghae, I think is how it's pronounced. Don't quote me on that. I don't know Korean. Um, but apparently it's a type of fish. Or means fish in Korean or something, I don't know. They've made a couple jokes about it in there. Anyway, but it's about this guy named Donghae. Still butchering that name, I'm sure. But basically, what happens in it is that it, this new super popular kid, comes into Donghae's school and is, popular and stuff. And he sits right next to main character, the main character, Donghae. Just gonna say that name a ton. um, but so he sits next to the main character and in all their classes, and the main character is like really jealous of him because Donghae, his nickname is Dog's Body, because he's like short, hunchbacked, has like these baggy eyes and all that, and so he's not he yeah. Anyway, but basically, in the first couple of episodes, or first couple of chapters or episodes, however you want to call them, they're called episodes on the app. But after the first couple of episodes, you're kind of just getting to know this about this new the new transfer student. Tabin is his name, and like just ends up being found out that he has this, I guess you could say, power that has these items called dice, that basically when you roll them, you get a certain amount of points depending on what or how many dots or how many of the dots are faced up on those dice, and you can put those points into any physical or mental anything. With you can increase your intelligence, your agility, your strength, your looks. You can do that, and eventually, the main character Donghae, he ends up getting some dice as well, and ends up becoming what is known as a dicer, and then it gets pretty crazy from there. Um, like I said, I don't want to say too much, don't want to spoil a ton, in case you ever want to read it. I strongly suggest reading it. It very much feels like like an RPG in a way. Um, it has that feel to it. And it's really good, and like I said, I might be a little bit obsessed with it. But so yeah, that'll do for this video. So Josh, my question for you, are there any web comics or anything, or any like web story blogs, anything like that that you have, or that you've been reading a lot lately? So that'll do it for this video. Hopefully the audio and visual isn't all messed up like it looks like it might be on the actual filming. But so yeah, that'll do it for this. So Josh, I'll see you on Friday. Later, bro.